Hello students, this is Dr. Chetna Kumawat. In today's lecture, we will understand sources and uses of funds. As stated earlier, funds means net working capital. Hence, business items causing changes in the working capital are included in funds. Those business items which increase working capital are sources of funds, while those items which decrease working capital are uses of funds. In other words, an increase in equities and decrease in assets is known as sources of funds, while decrease in equities and increase in assets is known as uses of funds. Total resources means total uses, or increase in equities plus decrease in equities, decrease in assets is equals to increase in assets plus decrease in equities. Here equities include all long-term debts, equity share capital, preference share capital and retained earnings, while assets include all long-term investments and fixed assets. Or we can say all credit means total resources are equals to all debits, that is total uses. Here increase in equities and decrease in assets both are credits, while purchase of all assets and payments of all debts are debits. The aforesaid rule has been explained. Funds flow. If we go for sources of funds, then how to identify it? Number 1, increase in equities or credit balances. Number 2, decrease in non-current assets or debit balances. How to find uses of funds? Number 1, increase in non-current assets or debit balances. Number 2, decrease in equities or credit balances. In addition to this, it should be kept in view that those transactions which do not affect working capital are neither sources of funds nor uses of funds. Such transactions are whose debit or credit both affect either current accounts or non-current accounts. For instance, issue of bonus shares, conversion of debentures into shares, purchase of building or machinery by issuing shares or debentures, payment of creditors by accepting bills, sale of goods on credit, etc. For convenience, sources and uses of funds based on the above discussion are explained as follows. First, we'll take sources of funds. Business transactions resulting in an increase in net working capital is a source of funds. As per this rule, the various items of sources of funds are identified as follows. Number 1, profits from operations. The profit made by a firm through normal operations is a major source of funds. The amount of sales as shown in the profit and loss account is a source, that is inflow of funds by way of increase in cash, debtors and bills receivables. Thus, it increases the working capital, but a part of it is used in defraying the cost of goods sold and other direct and indirect expenses, excluding non-cash expenses, that is depreciation, etc., is known as use or outflow of funds. In this way, the excess of sales revenue over all expenses, it is termed as trading profits, and it is treated as a source, that is inflow of funds. Alternatively, where the cost of goods sold and other direct and indirect expenses exceed the sales revenue, that is trading losses, it results to use or outflow of funds. The second item is increase in long-term liabilities. Long-term loan is another important source of funds. It includes long-term loans, that is whether taken from bank or any friend or relative, public deposits, and debentures issued for cash. These loans increase fixed liabilities as well as current assets without affecting current liabilities and thus result in an increase in working capital. If debentures are issued for cash, only the net proceeds after deducting discount or adding premium in par values will be treated as source of fund. Moreover, if these are issued for consideration other than cash, that is for purchasing a building or machine, it is not a source of fund. Number 3. Increase in share capital. Proceeds of fresh equity of shares or preference shares, including share premium or excluding discount on issue of share, if any, for cash is a source of funds because it increases the current assets without any corresponding increase in current liabilities, and therefore working capital is increased. Although the issue of shares in lieu of purchase consideration or redemption of debentures increases the share capital, but it does not affect working capital at all. Therefore, increase in capital by such issue is not a source of funds. Number 4. Sale of fixed assets. When a fixed assets like land, building, plant and machinery, long-term investments, etc. is sold, there is a decrease in the value of fixed assets and increase in current assets, which is cash or debtors, without any corresponding increase in current liabilities. This increases the working capital, which is a source of funds. Sale proceed of fixed assets after adding profits and deducting losses is treated as source of funds. If any fixed asset is exchanged for another fixed asset, such transaction does not generate funds and it is not a source of funds. Number 5. Non-trading receipts. During the course of business, there are certain non-trading receipts such as income from investments, dividends received, donations, gifts, damages in suits, etc. These receipts increase current assets without affecting current liabilities, thus resulting in an increase in net working capital, which is a source of funds. Now let's come to the point uses of funds. Business transactions resulting in a decrease in net working capital is a use of funds. As per this rule, the various items of uses of funds are identified as follows. Number 1. Loss from operations. The profit from operation is a source of funds. On the contrary, loss from operations is use of funds, as it results in a decrease in assets or an increase in liabilities. In the other words, net loss means outflow of funds from business. Number 2. Decrease in long-term liabilities. Long-term loans raised by the firm or fixed deposits received and debentures issued are to be repaid and redeemed on maturity. When these loans are repaid or debentures redeemed, current asset, which is cash, is reduced without affecting current liabilities. Thus, repayment of fixed or long-term liabilities will lead to application or use of funds, and as such the working capital will be reduced. It should be remembered that premium paid on redemption of debentures is an application of funds, since premium on redemption is a non-current asset like discount on issue of shares. Number 3. Decrease in capital fund. Decrease in capital fund may occur in two ways. First, by the redemption of redeemable preference shares and buyback of equity shares. Second, payment of dividend if it is treated non-current liability out of retained earning. In both these cases, current assets, mainly cash, is reduced without affecting current liabilities. Thus, reduction in capital fund is an application of funds. If redeemable preference shares are redeemed at premium or equity shares are bought back at premium, the amount paid, including premium, should be treated as use of funds. Number 4, purchase of fixed assets. Purchase of fixed assets like land, building, plant, machine, etc. is an application of funds. When these assets are purchased, there is an increase in fixed assets and decrease in current assets such as cash purchase, or increase in current liabilities in the case of credit purchase. This decrease in current assets or increase in current liabilities reduces the working capital. Therefore, purchase of fixed assets is the use of funds. Number 5, non-trading payments. As non-trading receipts are sources of funds, similarly, non-trading payments in cash are uses of funds. Such payments include embezzlements, compensation, donations, etc. These payments reduces current assets without affecting current liabilities. Payment of tax is also an use of fund. If provision for tax is not treated as current liability. These various sources and uses of funds can be depicted as a graph. Let's quickly revise. First, sources of funds. Number 1, funds from operations. Number 2, issue of shares. Number 3, issue of debentures. Number 4, raising long-term loans. And last one is sale of fixed assets. While uses of funds, number 1, redemption of preference shares and buyback of equity shares. Number 2, redemption of debentures. Number 3, repayment of long-term loans. Number 4, purchase of fixed assets. And the last one is payment of tax and dividend. So let's quickly understand the difference between funds flow statement and balance sheet. Funds flow statement and balance sheet both are the statement of different nature. Funds flow statement is not a substitute of balance sheet, but it is supplementary statement. Generally, following are the differences between the two. First, we will take funds flow statement. The nature. It is dynamic in nature. It shows the changes in working capital between two dates. If we talk about balance sheet, it is static in nature. It shows the financial position of a business on a particular date. Number 2, subject matter. The funds flow statement incorporates items causing changes in working capital. The balance sheet includes the balances of real and personal accounts of ledgers, that is assets and liabilities, and shows the total resources of the firm for the full life period. Number 3, utility. Funds flow statement is an analytical technique which is useful for decision making, while balance sheet is a summary of assets and liabilities on a particular date. On the basis of this, one can examine the soundness of the firm. Users. If we talk about funds flow statement, it is prepared for the use of internal management. Hence, its publication is obligatory. When we talk about balance sheet, it is prepared for the use of external parties of the business. Hence, its publication is mandatory. Objectives. Funds flow statement is prepared to indicate the changes in resources during a short period, while balance sheet is prepared to highlight the lifelong resources of the business. Number 6, preparation. Funds flow statement is a post-balance sheet exercise, and the balance sheet is the end product of all accounting operations for a particular period of time. So this was it for the difference between funds flow statement and balance sheet. The next one is difference between funds flow statement and income statement. Funds flow statement and income statement or profit and loss accounts are the statements of different nature. The differentiation is based on the following facts. Number 1, funds flow statement objectives. Funds raised are matched with uses. No distinction is made between capital and revenue, while income statement is the statement in which expenses are matched with incomes in order to find out the results of operations. Only revenue items are considered. Subject matter. Funds flow statement discloses the mobilization and deployment of financial resources of a business firm, while income statement summarizes the trading and manufacturing activities and reports the results thereof. Interdependence. Funds flow statement is not helpful in preparing income statement. Income statement is helpful in preparing funds flow statement as funds from operations are calculated from this statement. Utility. Funds flow statement reveals the movement of cash and all other items affecting the working capital, while income statement highlights the operating results of an accounting period and changes in the financial position. So this was it with the difference between funds flow statement and income statement. Thank you so much for your patience and learning.